All right, we're live. They should be seeing it to see if it's live. It should be live now. We should not let them see us doing that.
Oh, we're live.
Are we live?
We're live.
Do we have good sound?
I have no idea. Hello.
It's so bad that we don't have this down.
Yes.
And we don't have it on Vinny Brand Comedian, which is a problem. It's not on Vinny Brand Comedian. We got to figure that out. Right now, we are live. It's Tuesday night.
Hello.
And
July 12th, 2022.
yeah, we are, you know what it is.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I am 60 years and 6 days old.
Yes.
And I already filled the bucket list.
I
item.
know, he did.
Did I not talk about this yet?
Oh, okay. We're not talking about it yet.
Not yet. First, we have to do two things. One,
Right.
I'm drinking from our brand new Vicky and Vinny
I like those.
Scotch glasses done for us by our good friend John. I don't want to say any more. John, we love you. Thank you.
I'll put that in
Vicky
there.
drinking from hers. And thank
like
you.
that.
And we have a limited quantity of these
Yes.
that we will sell or give away at the club. Sell or give away.
Sell or give away.
And we have a beautiful collection of new Stress Factory glassware,
Right.
which we also sell and or give away. I want to say sell it because if we give it to you, it should be special,
Right.
right? So they're for sale. If we give you one, it's because
We like you.
you're a super fan or you're a super friend fan / everything, right?
Right. I tend to give it everything away.
Right. Is our sound good, Noah? You checked it?
Yeah, no, Todd said we're good to go. Thank you, Todd.
Thank you, Todd. And
Annette
boy-
said, I see you.
Who?
Annette.
Hey, hello, Annette.
Yeah.
Can I say something? We
Sure.
put a video up yesterday. It is over 250,000 views already.
That's so fun.
175,000 on TikTok. I think close to 40,000 on the Instagram. Over 1,000 on Facebook. More on LinkedIn. And believe it or not,
I like how you say LinkedIn. LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
And my one OnlyFans follower also saw it.
What's your one OnlyFans?
I have an OnlyFans.
Oh, you have an OnlyFans page?
got
Okay. Oh, you have an OnlyFans page?
I got an OnlyFans page.
Yeah. Hi, Mom. My mom's on.
Hello, Donna.
She's on the right page, too.
Oh, Mike, we're going to talk about.
Bravo, Mama.
We're going to talk about her tonight. We are talking about her and Paul and the situation, but in a minute. So stay tuned, Donna,
Yes.
because you're getting yours today. You're getting yours. What a fun night we have planned. We have some good, fun stuff to talk about.
Well, let's get started.
Okay, let's go. You are we starting off with that?
So,
Can we start off here?
yeah. So this weekend, which I unfortunately did not.
Past weekend.
This past weekend, yes. I'm sorry.
When we say this
The-
weekend, that means
Well, I don't know. It's Tuesday, so I feel like.
okay. Anyone watching, if you say, "Hey, this weekend,"
All right. I get your point.
this weekend and last weekend, they're two entirely different.
Right,
concepts.
I agree. So last weekend we had Zarna
Garg.
Garg.
Zarna Garg.
And I unfortunately was not at the club because I had a high school friend staying here, and I had a bunch of high school friends here.
We should tell that story.
And
Pardon me.
So by Saturday, I was so wiped out that you were a trooper, like with no sleep. You were able
I've been no sleep for so many decades.
right. But everyone really raved. The whole staff just said what a lovely, lovely woman she is.
Two prominent Indian women comics in the last 2 months.
Yeah.
Zarna Garg, Pinky Patel.
Yeah.
Zarna Garg, Pinky's lovely, funny. Also a superstar. Zarna Garg is, you just have to be around her. You just have to be around her. She wants no drama. She's happy. She's funny. She's undeniable.
Well, tell that story about what she said about the drama.
Well, you know, she's an Indian mom.
Right.
She's of color. She's quote unquote older for our business, as am I.
Yep.
And people in our business, you got to understand something. This is it's a shitty business
Yeah.
because like agents and managers and even other comics, very few people have ever helped me.
Right.
Never helped me.
Right.
And the agents and managers just chase heat. That's all they care
Right.
about. How many followers? What do you got? What do you got? And they don't want to truly develop, and they don't even recognize truly, in many cases, what talent is. And in Zarna's case, she was passed on by some festivals, and you know, it's an unspoken thing. no one says, well, no, because you're brown, or no, because you're older. They do say no because you're white. But Zarna started putting up videos.
Right.
One of them had, I think, 30 million likes. Wow. Or views, one or the other. 30 million, whatever. And she's funny. She's funny. Well, what happened is she got a big following. I think 800,000 people follow her on Instagram, or maybe 800,000 on TikTok. And she got a lot of followers.
Right.
And she said to me in the green room, I just decided to be undeniable.
I love that.
I love it.
Absolutely love that. Like, she just said, nope, I'm redirecting my course. I'm going to be undeniable.
And this is what I have said even before talking to her, but she crystallized it.
Right.
And inspired me so much, because she just said, you know what? I don't care. I don't care. I will be so good, so prolific. I don't care what they do.
Right.
And boy, oh boy, she kills on stage.
Right.
No, you saw some of the show, right? Was she not killing? Killing. And a great sense of humor. I went on stage and I said, huh? Mm-hmm. I went on stage and said, Zorna, can I tell them? And I acted, well, actually, we'll put that up, right? We have a clip to put up of me and her talking on stage. I'm not going to tell them. It'll be on my Instagram.
Right. Well, Marianne, one of the people watching now, she said she was amazingly funny. She saw her at the West Side Comedy Club.
One of our customers went to the West Side Comedy Club?
Apparently, Marianne.
Delete her! I'm just kidding, Marianne.
I can't pronounce Marianne's last name. It's very long. Stella Masakik. Yeah. Sorry, Marianne.
Hey, can't you get married or something?
You have a hard last name, Marianne.
Can't you marry a Smith?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, and she's so good. But Zarna was talking to me, and I can't, for me, right? So I'm 60, and I don't give a shit who knows. Because I will beat the living snot out of any 60-year-old agent in this business. I'll beat the snot out of you. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is...
You're going to fight somebody?
I'll fight you. No, I'm not a fighter.
Okay.
But the point is that, for me, it's always been, well, he owns a club. He owns a club. He owns a club. He owns a club. I've heard it for my entire career. Mm-hmm. When we started doing videos and you people started watching...
Right.
And then I said, what do I worry about these agents for?
No, who cares?
Why do I care about them? And it's you guys that come in and tune in. I love you. And Vicky loves you. There was a woman Saturday night at the club. Is your wife here? No, I love her. You got the video, right? No, I got the video. We'll put that up too. I love her, Tyler. I love her. So now back to Zarna. She just said to me, Vinny, I'm going to be a force.
I love it.
I started looking at her videos. She put one up today about her mother-in-law. I was pissing my pants.
Right.
Pissing my pants. She's in Aruba. You have to go watch the video.
You know what? It reminds me of really the story of Phyllis Diller.
Who?
Phyllis Diller.
Phyllis Diller.
So Phyllis Diller. I don't know if everyone knows the story. Why'd you steal my pen?
I just like it.
So do I. But Phyllis Diller was a maid and a cleaning lady.
Is that right?
She was a cleaning lady.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So Zig Ziglar famously talks about the story. So I loved Zig Ziglar.
Love Zig.
And so I said loved.
I said love.
Yeah, no. Zig unfortunately passed, but he was an amazing positive speaker. And one of the people that he references a lot is Phyllis Diller. How she was a cleaning lady at an office building, and then at 45 she went and started trying stand-up, and of course then she became this huge hit. And she said, I believe at 65, that she felt prettier and more alive than she did at 45.
Wow.
Yeah. So
it's funny,
and
I feel prettier.
Yeah.
I feel prettier.
Yeah, good. I love
at
it.
60.
Yeah.
You look prettier. I think I saw a picture of you today and I said, okay, this is when she was, when I first met you, 23.
I was 22, dummy.
Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And
20.
And I saw a picture of you.
I'm glad you remember.
It doesn't matter. I feel like I met you yesterday. I'm so much. I love you so much.
Oh, okay, that's very sweet. So Aaron said,
always just thank you. Never. I love you too. Let me tell you people something. I am not starting to take note. Vicky will either say ditto, which is like saying you nauseate me, or thank you.
No, I never say thank you. But so anyway, Aaron Aaron the pharmacist.
Who?
Aaron the pharmacist.
Erin.
I just said Aaron.
I think you said Aaron.
No, Aaron. She says she's seen a lot of comedians, and she said, Vinny, you are one of the funniest.
Oh, I love it.
I know, that's very
Her
sweet.
and her husband are great.
They really are.
Yeah, he's a great guitarist.
Guitarist, yeah.
He's unbelievable.
He is a very good guitarist.
He keeps promising to teach me how to play my own guitar, which I would love to do. Aaron, call your husband
Right.
and tell him I want to learn.
Yeah.
So back to Zarna. What a joy. And go follow this girl.
Yeah.
And tell her, go, hey, Zarna, Vinny told me to follow you. She is, I hope she blows up.
I do too. You know what? One of the things that I always say, and I really do, like people will always say to me, like, who's your favorite comedian? Who's your favorite? Like, who do you think is the funniest? And I have a thing about like, if I like them personally or not.
Yes.
I do. Like, I find you far funnier if you're a very nice, genuine person, where you might kill on stage, but if you're not a nice person off stage, I don't care for you. It's the same thing like when someone says, oh, that person's beautiful. Well, if they're not a nice person, if their soul isn't good. So
Can I say something about that? Mm-hmm. You know who helped that video go mad like that? The last video. You know who helped?
yeah, I do.
Okay. Tell me, who's a better human being?
Jim Brewer.
Jim Brewer.
Jim Brewer.
There's nobody like him. How much do you love Jim Brewer?
He's a phenomenal, beautiful
How
soul.
much do you love him?
I love him, and I love
And you
his wife.
can't say
Dave.
you love me. See what I'm talking about? She couldn't say I love
I
you.
walked right
love
into
Jim.
that. I walked right into
But
that.
you know, Brewer has always been helpful. Always to everybody.
Yeah.
He's a good man.
Yeah, he is.
And he's a man, by the way.
He is.
Brewer's a man.
Yeah.
So I want to say one thing to you. So we're going to resurrect the reality show.
Right. Which, by the way, Todd just said Vicky and I don't like a particular comic.
Oh, write it down.
No, you know who it is.
Who?
You know who it is, and Todd knows who it is.
Who?
Dice Clay.
Oh, gee, don't say that on here. I'm on the podcast over here. Just saying you don't like it.
That's okay.
But Brewer, when we redo the show, we're going to do all the work. We're going to do everything.
Yeah.
We're going to put together the whole thing.
Yeah.
We're going to set it. We're not going to make Jim do any of the work, and then we're going to have Jim EP it.
Yeah, Jim is amazing. Jim and Dee, we were fortunate in the fall and in April to spend some quality time with them
and his wife.
at their new house. And they're such a lovely couple.
A whole other family. But the
Yeah.
reason I would have Jim EP it, that we would have Jim EP it, is because initially it was his idea.
Right.
And we sold it, but Nickelodeon and E1 and a couple other people got into a big argument about who was getting the rights to it.
Yeah.
And Brewer was so chill.
Yeah, he was great.
And so the other day they sent me a text because I'm laughing my ass off at this video. And then he shared it.
Yeah.
And Jim, if you ever see this podcast, I want you to know something from the bottom of my heart. You are just one of the best people that we have ever met. Love you.
Yeah.
Love you.
So let's talk about, one of the things that you did this weekend.
The bucket list.
The bucket list. So as it happens, the girls and I gave Vinny as a gift one of his bucket lists, but this is not him using that gift. So he has another gift coming up so that he gets to use. So
Yeah.
go ahead.
So I went out with our friend, Chris Hutton, deep sea fishing.
Yes, you did.
And I'll tell you something right now. Okay, I'm not going to be shy about saying this. I was afraid.
You were a little nervous.
I was afraid
A
that I
little
would get
nervous.
seasick. Because let me tell you something about fishermen. You get seasick, and they go, okay. And they just keep going.
Right. You're not
no
stopping.
one turning around.
Yeah.
Vinny doesn't feel good, guys. Like they would
Vinny's
chop
a
you.
little green. We better turn the boat around.
And I told Chris I was nervous.
Yeah.
I went out and I bought 2 wristbands to keep you from getting
Right.
seasick. And I bought an oil you put behind your ears. And I waxed my vagina. And I had a meet at the dock
Yeah.
at 2 a.m.
Right.
Now, let me just say this again. I'm the luckiest.
Because what was Vinny doing on Sunday? Vinny was swimming in the pool.
Let me finish the sentence.
Doing
Can I finish?
laps, then watching America's Home funny videos with Cassie. What was I doing? Going to ShopRite to buy all of his food, cooking all said food, preparing the coolers, getting everything ready for his big play date on Monday. And
sounds like you hate more than one comedian. It sounds to me like you hate 2 comedians.
No. And then because Vinny's hard of hearing, I then had to get him up at 1 o'clock in the morning to go on his big excursion.
Okay, so listen, first of all, Vicky, not only did she get me ready, she knows I'm on this amazing diet.
Yeah.
And, I'm going fishing. It's going to be hard to stay on a diet when you're on the boat. You can't, right? She packed watermelon, cold oatmeal, that's how we cook it, cold oatmeal.
Yeah, it was a cold oatmeal with bananas and blueberries.
It's meant to be cold.
Yeah.
Tuna fish wrapped in
lettuce wraps, yeah.
In lettuce. Grapes.
Yep.
Protein bars.
Hard-boiled eggs.
Water.
I got your beer ready.
4 beers, which I didn't drink.
Yeah.
Because it's liquid bread, according to Anthony Villa. Way to ruin all kinds of fun.
Right.
Water. She packed, but not just packed it. She got the cooler ready. She put it all in the refrigerator in one section with notes on everything. So in the morning, all I had to do was put it in the cooler, because guess who won't get out of bed? I had to put it in the cooler and put the ice on. And I left all the notes on. And let me tell you, the men were not kind. When I'm pouring out watermelon. This is your watermelon, heart. Okay. And the funny part was, I don't give a shit. Okay. Because your wife didn't do that. But Vicky also packs everything and then says to me, you got to get to bed early for your play date tomorrow. And
it was his big play date. You never go anywhere. That's why I was so excited for you. Like, Vinny will never go anywhere. He won't ever take...
Wait.
What?
I don't do for me.
I was just about to say that.
Oh, okay, good.
I was just about to say that. So Vinny will literally only work, or if we're doing something as a family.
Right.
That's it.
Or something for you guys.
Right. Like all the kids'
when you
sports.
get your hair done.
What?
When you get your hair done.
All right. I have no idea what
I hold down the fort.
Yeah, please.
I stay at home.
It's an hour. Okay.
It's never an hour.
Yeah.
It's always 2 hours.
Yeah. So anyway, Vinny never goes and does anything for himself. So on Sunday, Cassandra is doing a horseback riding camp. And I had said to Vinny on Sunday, I had no idea that he was invited to this deep sea fishing trip. Because again, the girls and I had bought him one for his birthday. And
Bought.
I said bought.
All right.
Did I say boughten?
I think you said bought.
Sometimes I go back into my North Jersey slang. I don't know. Sometimes it happens.
You said boughten.
Probably. Could have been.
I think you bought in that degree.
No, fuck off. How about that? Fuck off, buddy. So you were really sweet, because I had said, hey, I need you to drive Cassie to horseback riding camp tomorrow morning. It starts, at 8 o'clock. I'm getting my hair done. And you said, okay. But then I knew you had something.
He did.
And then he went on his big excursion. So why don't we share some of the pictures?
Wait, before you so I said, I don't want to go because I want to take care. And you pushed me into going. Mm-hmm. And I do desperately want to go. Mm-hmm. I love Chris Hutton. And I met a whole bunch of guys that were all great guys.
Yeah, you had a good time.
And so I wanted to go.
Right.
But it's one of those moments where I'm taking time for me that I feel like I'm letting everybody else down.
Right.
And you made it possible. I mean, now I show the first shot, which looks like the sun, but it's actually the moon. This is the moon leaving the dock at 2 a.m. And it looks like the sun. I'll see the picture on the screen, right? So this is the moon leaving out of Shark River Inlet.
That's
which
beautiful.
is a dangerous inlet, by the way. The difficult, dangerous inlet. That is actually a shot late at night. And let me tell you, you can see right above the moon, a little white star or whatever. And at this point, I'm like, okay, it's bright.
Man.
Now, the next shot is as the coastline starts to disappear. This is about 10 miles or so offshore. And it's the last time you see lights that aren't other boats. And then it gets dark out. Then it gets really dark out. And I was nervous because in my head, I keep hearing songs that you shouldn't hear. And I'm on the down easter, Alexa. And then I swear to God, in my head, I'm like, did that boat sink in the storm? I couldn't remember, but it didn't sink. The down easter did not sink. They just don't make any money. This is late at night. This is probably.
That's a freaky picture.
It's a great picture.
Yeah, that's a really freaky picture.
And that is very late. You see the prop wash. It's an extended thing. That's the last you see of the coast.
Right.
The next shot you're going to see, we are about 55 miles or so offshore. There's no land. Your cell phone leaves you right after that shoreline disappears. Your cell phone's gone. And the next shot is a shot of daybreak on the Atlantic Ocean, 55 miles out, just starting to come up. You see the planets there still.
Beautiful.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
Show another one, Noah, if you don't mind. This is daybreak. And we're already.
You keep moving my microphone.
Well, I got to see the picture. We're already at this point fishing.
Right.
They got lines out and they're trolling.
Well, so we have two questions. Ron wanted to know if you caught any fish, and Todd wants to know if you baited your own hook.
Wait, what's the first question?
If you caught any fish, Ron wants to know, and Todd wants to know if you baited your own hook. That is an excellent question, Todd. I feel like you know Vinny well.
Two very rude questions. Okay, this is a shot. I'll get into your answers. You'll see a shot here. This is the sun just coming up over.
Phil says it looks like a painting. It does look like a
really
painting,
does.
Phil.
It really does like a painting.
It does. It's beautiful.
Okay, and then Noah, go to the next high one with the moon, sun coming up a little bit higher. You see the fishing rod. That's a great photograph, by the way.
That is a great photograph.
Fishing rod there, the Atlantic Ocean. We had a very lucky, calm day. 4-foot seas, but spaced out.
Nice.
See, boat went up and down. Now, we did not use live bait at all.
No, you didn't?
No live bait. The lures were already on, so I did not bait my own hook.
Oh, okay.
I do want to point out that if we had used live bait, I would not have baited my own hook. I wouldn't have done it. I have a problem.
Why?
I don't know. I'm manly in a different way.
Right.
I'm not manly in that way.
So Marion wants to know, did you see the Shark Week blimp while you were out?
No, but I saw a shark, which we'll get to.
Right.
We did see the survey ship that's surveying for the windmills.
I had no idea they were putting windmills in.
10
I had
miles
no
offshore.
ideas. I had
10
no
miles
idea.
offshore. And so this is the other thing I'll tell you. I caught one bluefish. We were out for tuna, so we didn't catch any tuna. But in fact, that whole area, which had been red hot the week before, nobody was catching anything. There's so many boats out there. I was amazed at how many boats are out
That's
there.
crazy.
Oh my God, so many boats. And no one caught anything, really. We saw one kid. We saw one kid fighting one tuna, and he was in a fight of his life. It was a real fight.
Right.
We never saw him get it on the boat.
Oh, really?
It was going on for at least 40 minutes.
Wow.
So he had a good sized fish.
Right. You have to be strong to do that.
This kid was, we're a boat away.
Yeah.
But he looked to be, 15, skinny little kid. And the boat was going nuts. I'm assuming it was maybe his first tuna.
Right.
On our boat, there were two guys that never got a tuna.
So why do you throw the bluefish? Is that what you caught?
I got a
Why do you
bluefish.
throw that back?
Why?
Why?
Let me tell you something. So we're on the boat, and there's this mate, Dave. Great guy. I get my fish. He takes it off the hook. Me, I want to mount the fucking thing.
Right.
Right.
You didn't even take a picture.
I couldn't even get a picture.
Right.
I want the thing stuffed on my wall.
Yeah.
And he just nonchalantly goes, yeah, we're not keeping that. And he throws it back. It was a big fish. It was 3-foot fish.
But why?
Because no one eats bluefish.
Oh, okay.
And so they don't want to kill things.
Right. That makes sense.
The fishermen are good guys.
Right.
No one's throwing shit overboard. There was one guy in the boat, Rich, who chain smoked. When I say chain smoked, if he didn't smoke 40 cigarettes,
Wow.
he didn't smoke one. And I said to him,
Isn't that funny in 2022 seeing people chain smoke? Like, in the 90s, of course. In the 80s, definitely.
Well,
But in 2022, it's like,
I said to him, did you run out of cigarettes? And he laughed. He goes, I never run out of cigarettes. I never run out. After I caught the first fish, and then about 5 other guys caught only bluefish, Chris felt bad. And I'm like, you can't feel bad. Right?
No, you can't. You can't.
We
That
saw-
was one of the things when we bought your gift certificate for the deep sea fishing. They put disclaimers all over that you might not catch anything. It might just be that on your day that you go out, you're not going to catch anything.
Right.
You know, it might just happen.
Yeah.
And that picture is still up.
So this is a picture of this guy, Carlo, went on the boat with us. How, I don't know. But Carlo slept all the way out and all the way in.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I slept 3 hours that night, and I stayed awake.
Right.
I mean, I drank coffee all day long. I stayed awake. Carlo slept both ways. He's a retired Trenton police officer.
Mm-hmm.
The mate also slept in and out. The real fisherman, like the mate was on the front of the boat that we were hitting there. It wasn't calm,
Yeah.
but it wasn't rough.
Yeah.
I would not have been on the front.
Right.
He's on the front of the boat, just doing stuff. Like, yeah, okay, the boat's moving, I'm moving, no big deal. So he didn't catch anything. We saw 2 whales, which was great, right by the boat. 2
Right.
whales. I was going to show the video, but it's short.
Yeah.
2 whales, a sea turtle, and then a hammerhead shark.
That's so cool.
There was a boat, there's a lot of boats, and there's a boat, 50 yards away. And he starts yelling, shark, shark. He's yelling, so it's a shark. That boat hit the shark, didn't hurt the shark. The shark turned, saw our boat, came across and swam out behind the boat. We turned away from the shark. The shark turned with us.
That was a Jaws situation happening.
Like Jaws.
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun,
Like
dun,
Jaws.
dun, dun. Yeah.
Look at it. You saw the fin.
Yeah.
It was just like the movie.
Yeah.
And now I don't know why it turned after us. I think it's because people probably throw shit to the sharks.
Probably. Yeah.
They're going to follow
and,
the boats.
and yeah, it makes sense.
But I will also tell you, I asked the fishermen, and they said, yeah, it would be very dangerous to get in the water with that shark, because a hammerhead shark will attack you and eat you.
Why would you think otherwise?
I don't know. I was feeling very Steve Irwin.
I really suddenly you're like some Jacques Clouseau getting into the water.
Okay, you want to know why I really thought of it?
Why?
So, sharks swim by the boat.
Yeah.
So I went to the edge of the boat, and I'm looking over the boat.
Uh-huh.
And I go, man, I hope we don't fall in. And I said to Chris, if I fell in, would that be a problem right now? And all the guys were like, yeah, that'd be a problem right now. Yeah, that would be a big problem. And so I'm like, wow, I better not fall in.
Oh my God. That leads me right into my stupid news. Literally. Like,
Well,
we still have to talk about my parents, but that leads me right into my stupid news. I mean, it was even a perfect segue.
I didn't fall in.
I know. But that leads me. That's why people are constantly getting hurt.
Okay, I want to tell you one last thing.
Like, you're leaning over a boat that you could, like, if you hit a wave, you could have fallen in.
That's why I asked, is it a problem? I would never do it again. I would be more cautious.
How many YouTube videos have you seen where they hit a wave and someone flies out of the boat?
A lot. That's why I asked.
Yeah.
I asked the question for this reason.
Oh my goodness.
Well, let me tell you something. It was amazing out there. Now, let me tell you something else. So you packed everything for me, and I did not tell you this. So I when I'm walking out of the house in the morning, I said, let me grab a banana. Because I know you didn't pack a banana.
No, I didn't.
So I grabbed a banana. Now, it's just daybreak. I'm 3 hours asleep out there. I said, I get something to eat right now. Let me eat the banana. Everyone's getting their lines ready. I come up with the banana. There's 6 guys in the boat. I'm the 6th guy. I swear to God. All 6 guys, no, what are you doing? And Chris goes, throw that overboard right now. Throw it overboard. I go, what? You can't have a fucking banana on a boat.
Why?
I'm going to tell you why. It's bad luck.
Shut up. I didn't know that.
I did not know that.
Wow.
It's bad luck to have banana on a boat. And I'm like, I want to eat it. Like, you're not eating that banana. And I'm like, I better throw it overboard. They videoed me throwing the banana overboard. And then they all were happy. When we didn't get any tuna, we're back at the bar having a beer, because men do.
Men
Fishermen.
do that. Yep,
You know,
sure.
we go back to the bar.
You're fishermen. Mm-hmm.
Fishermen.
Yeah.
And we're back at the bar. And Chris's father, who's like 74 years old, Chris says, I feel bad we didn't get any tuna. And Chris's father goes, well, you brought a fucking banana to me.
That's so funny.
Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah.
Great.
So
stuff.
I'm so glad. I really am glad. So I think the other thing before we get into stupid news is I want to talk about is So as many of you know, I talked about the fact that I got hit with COVID and, and as Vinny's uncle likes to call it, the Copa. And so I had the Copa, but then my mom and stepfather had the Copa. And they are just, I keep saying this, right? A medical miracle.
Well, it's not exactly what you said. What you said is, I can say it, don't pinch me. What she said is, because I said, how are your mom and pop? Now they're not vaccinated.
My parents are not vaccinated. They couldn't get the antiviral medicine. They just really, on a whole, don't do much in terms of the medical field.
They won't go to doctors.
No, they won't go to the doctors.
If you go to a doctor, you get sick.
Yeah, so
that's how they make their money.
Yeah, so my parents just won't go to doctors. So I was very concerned.
Very concerned.
And at first, I'm gonna DoorDash. I'm gonna send groceries to my parents. So I say, Mom, I'm gonna get stuff. No, we don't need anything. Meanwhile, they sound like they're on death's door.
They sounded so bad. Like
day one, my brother and I must have called my mom collectively like 30 times.
Well, let me say
and
this.
She wasn't answering her phone.
This is how you actually found out. Because it was my birthday.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, our anniversary.
So,
it was our anniversary.
Yeah.
And she didn't call us.
She didn't call and sing to us on our anniversary.
Bitch!
And she always calls and sings. So I said to myself,
I knew you never liked me.
No, I knew there was something wrong.
Right.
I knew. Because my mom always calls. And so I call my brother and say, hey, have you talked to Mom and Paul? There's a problem. Mom hasn't called.
And Vicky was very upset. It's our anniversary. And Vicky goes, something's going on. Something's going on with my mother. She would never miss this day.
Right.
And I said, oh, no, I said you would never miss this day. You said, bitch.
No. So I was going to actually call the police and have them do a well visit.
You would do a well visit.
Yeah, because I was so concerned. So
your mother would have been so mad if I had.
She would have been. She would have been. And, but then she finally answered and they sounded awful.
Yes.
Just awful. So I said.
To the extent that we wanted them to go to the hospital.
To the hospital, which they refuse. Like, my parents are not going to the hospital. They're not going. So the next day, I'm going to do DoorDash. And I'm going to get them a bunch of groceries. And I'm like all over DoorDash, but they have like nowhere good to get a good soup around there. But it's also not soup season. Like, down there, it's like 100 degrees right now because they're in Florida. So no one is selling soup.
How about a nice can of hot chicken soup?
So no one is selling soup. So I finally find it at Winn-Dixie, like one of those like cans of but it was like pre-done Panera bread because Panera bread was closed till Wednesday, so I couldn't even get them Panera bread. And so I'm just about to hit order, and I say I'm in the middle of doing a DoorDash deal from Winn-Dixie. My mom's like, I hate Winn-Dixie, don't do it. We're fine. But meanwhile, they have no one that can drop off groceries because they're down in Florida. So I say to Vinny, I'm going to fly down. I've already have COVID. I can go in and I can help them out. And I swear to God, they were a medical wonderment. The next day, she calls me up. Hey, Vic, how you doing? Just like they hadn't had COVID.
Right.
It's amazing. It's
so
amazing.
Amazing to me that you're calling them a medical miracle right now because your exact words to me were, you can't kill them. They're like cockroaches.
Like, I'm telling you, nothing sticks. Nothing sticks for my parents. Like, they're just amazing.
They're amazing.
They're amazing. And I'm always like, oh, you got to like do this. You got to do that. You got to do this. Whatever's working for them, I'm just not even going to say anything anymore. Because you know what? God bless. Like, it's like Teflon.
They really
are. They are like Teflon.
And they're better. And they got better faster than we did.
They did. I was sick for 8 days. 8 solid days I was sick.
I still have a residual cough.
I just started working out again because my lungs, like, I felt like I couldn't do it.
I work out every day.
All right.
I work out every day. But I still have a residual. You've heard me cough a couple times today. And my cough gets worse at night.
Right, yeah.
It's not bad.
Right. Well, Todd wants to know if they lost their sense of taste or smell. No, they didn't.
But let me just say this about my cough. I never smoked.
Right.
Paul was a 4-pack a day.
I know.
Animal.
I know. And my mom used to smoke too.
She was 3 packs a day.
I know.
7 packs a day in that house, and they get the Copa.
They get the
no
Copa.
big deal. Bounces off them like Teflon.
It really does.
But we're very happy. We didn't
Yeah.
want to have it the other way, and we love you both. And so we're glad you're happy. Now, what's the stupid news?
Okay, so I'm very excited about the first one.
Couple stupid ones.
Yeah, there really is. So similar to your stupid news story,
What my stupid news?
leaning over a boat at a hammerhead shark.
Wait a minute.
Honestly, you could make it. You could make it on my segment, and then I'd be having a picture of you on it next.
It's not stupid news until something's bitten a leg off.
So the next one, I don't know if anyone saw this. Can we put the picture up of the crater? So in Italy, Mount
Vesuvius.
Thank you.
Say it.
I said it earlier, I swear. Now that I've had a high noon, I can't say it.
Mount Vesuvius.
Yeah, so that is this.
You're like a Dr. Seuss book. Mount Vesuvius is blue.
So anyway, this is still an active volcano.
Wow.
It's an active volcano, and it costs a ticket to go see it is $2,500 for the day.
To see a
20
live volcano?
To see the live volcano is $2,500 a day. So you can take the picture off, Noah. Thank you. A 23-year-old man was taking a selfie. First of all,
I love this story already.
I know. So first of all, he snuck in. He
I
snuck in
love this.
because he didn't have the $2,500 to
Of
pay.
course not.
So he snuck in a different way, and then decided it would be a really good idea on this unsanctioned path to take a selfie
Oh my God.
of himself in this active volcano.
He fell in.
Well, his cell phone first dropped, and then
He went after it.
he went after it.
Oh my God.
So he fell. By the grace of God, he survived.
You know how I know he didn't die?
Why?
Because you wouldn't do the story if he died. I would, but go ahead.
That's probably true. Yes, that is, because then it would seem mean of me.
Yeah.
Calling it stupid news. Yeah. So, but he did survive. Like, amazingly, he survived falling into an active volcano for his, like, all in the name of social media, right? Like, he was taking that picture to be like, I'm going to put this on Instagram, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So,
How did he get hurt?
he actually wasn't really hurt. They were able, I'm sure, though, he's going to be fined heavily. I'm sure he's going to be fined heavily.
They should fine him $2,500.
I'm sure it's going to be more than that.
You know, this is what, like at the Grand Canyon, we saw people
Right.
taking pictures. And I don't know if Mount Vesuvius is one of the 8 wonders of the world. I don't believe it is.
I have no idea.
But it is certainly wondrous to see a volcano. At the Grand Canyon, which is one of the 7 great wonders of the world, is it 8 or 7? 7 wonders of the world. You'll see people on a ledge, and you're like, it's the Grand Canyon.
Oh, yeah. And then it's in the name.
Well, here's the thing, too. Yeah, exactly.
It's in the name, people.
You don't need to be in that picture. If the picture's on your cell phone, I know you and your cell phone were at the goddamn canyon.
Yeah.
And we saw it there, and I said, every now and again, someone falls to their death.
Yeah.
And while it is tragic, and I don't mean to make light of it, there's a certain poetic justice and almost acceptable level of humor in the fact that your last photograph was yet another egocentric moment. And even if you didn't fall into the volcano or the Grand Canyon, if you show the picture to other people, in their mind, they're going, I can't see the fucking canyon. Your face is in the way.
Well, also at the Grand Canyon, at least where we were. Now, I know people, you can hike down. Like, there's certain paths that you can hike down. But when we were there, so anyone that's not been there, like in all the touristy areas, there's a ledge like this. It comes up to about this high, right?
Yes.
There's a ledge. And so, like, you can lean on it. You can, lean against it to take a picture so the Grand Canyon's behind you. But the amount of people that hop up to either sit on it to take a picture or hop over
Yes.
to get a little closer. So, and it's just like that thing. So recently there was a woman that was mauled by a polar bear in a zoo because she thought it was a good idea. Like, if there's any kind of ledge or enclosure or any kind of fencing, don't hop over it.
Yes.
Don't. That should just be a general rule. Like any kind of anything like that, don't hop over it.
Yeah,
So
it's there for a reason.
it is. It really is. And so Phil said he was freaking out at the Grand Canyon when people would hang their feet over. I agree, Phil, because you know what? It's a long way down.
Yeah.
And you know what? You're not surviving that. Like, I don't know how the kid survived falling into an active volcano. I have no idea. Like, that was just a medical, or not a medical,
And
but
can I
like
tell you
just
something?
a
I've never
crazy
been there
miracle.
when someone fell to their death.
Right.
But I would bet you money that when someone falls to their death, that area gets shut down for the entire day. So now all these other people that came from all over the world, they can't see the canyon safely because you had to have a selfish selfie.
So, and then my next thing is the people that are getting gored in Yellowstone
Unbelievable.
by the bison. So another thing. So if a bison is by you, how heavy are those animals? Like 2-3 tons, you would think? I mean, that's a
They're
heavy animal.
2,500 pounds, I think, right? 4,000 pounds. Google that real quick.
So, I mean, it's a huge animal. So we went to Yellowstone last year, and we were in this picnic area, and no joke, we're standing there. I look over, and there is a bison from, like, let's say if you're in the club, from the middle of the dance floor to right before where it turns for the bathroom, like the
So
office
since
area.
there's some people that don't go to the club, 35 feet.
Okay, right. So there is literally a bison standing right there, and there's people all over the place. Shut up. There's people all over the place, and no one sees this bison.
Right.
So it's very quiet, it's very stoic, and it's not moving. And I think that's where people have this false sense of security.
Yes.
Because they think that the animal can't move fastly. So what I say to my family and Vinny, let's get back in the car.
Yeah.
We're not testing this out. So 3 people have been gored so far at Yellowstone this year.
Didn't one die?
I don't know. I think so. But only one was for a valid reason.
What?
Only one was for like a valid reason. His 3-year-old kid or a 3-year-old kid got away and was running towards the bison.
Right.
So he ran to grab the bison. But again,
To grab the kid.
To grab the kid. I'm sorry. But again, in those incidences, and I saw the pictures, so it was very wide open.
Can I also say something?
Yeah. Why would you have your 3-year-old running around?
If you're around a bison,
Yeah.
why is your 3-year-old out of the car? We've been there.
Yeah.
You can't walk there.
No.
Okay. Now, where we were was a parking area. If it happened somewhere like that, maybe I can understand it.
Right.
But that story, he was on a road.
Yeah, I saw that, and the kid was like running. Yeah, like
He's on
it
a road.
did. So, like if it happened like where we were, it was very wooded area. It was a picnic area, and literally nobody saw that there was a bison standing there.
If you remember what the park ranger said to us is,
Yeah.
this is their park.
Mm-hmm.
We're visiting. Treat the bison like they own the park because the bison, they don't care.
No.
And they will hurt you. And the same with the moose.
Oh,
Okay.
the moose are the most dangerous because they will come back for vengeance and trample you.
Yes. And
Like, yeah.
we saw the one lady looking at the elk. And,
Oh my
and they
God.
said the elk will also do it.
Yes.
If the elk are in rut in particular. And everyone was respectfully 50 yards from the elk.
Right.
But that asshole.
She got out of her car and started walking, and people were like, "Don't do it!"
Well, no. They weren't yelling that. They were all doing this. This is going to be great.
No, enough people were yelling, like,
Yes.
"What are you doing?" And she just kept getting closer and closer and closer.
Right.
And it was really stupid.
Yes.
And so my last thing is about a guy that was just mauled by a grizzly bear. So he was an experienced outdoorsman, and he was an experienced hiker, and he did have bear spray on him. But where was he hiking? In a known grizzly habitat. Duh! You can hike anywhere. Why would you hike in a grizzly habitat? He had to be airlifted out. Like, I don't even know who found him. But
The only time you could be mauled by a grizzly, and I'd feel sorry for you,
Yeah.
is if it happened in New York City. Because I'd say, oh man, yeah, you were on your way to Starbucks. And the grizzly got you. No one knew.
right, like all of a sudden a grizzly pops out.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I'm with you, Vin. I'm with you.
Well, we
So,
went to Hartshorn Woods,
Right.
and I carried bear spray at Hartshorn Woods. Remember?
Did you have bear spray?
Yeah, you don't remember? I said, now the reason I carried that is because every now and again in Hartshorn Woods, there's an attack by a person that's in the woods for nefarious purposes, and they will attack someone. Vicky and I are hiking in the woods, and I carry bear spray. And what I said is, if someone attacks us, we're going to mace them with the bear spray.
Sure.
And then we're going to hit him unconscious with a rock, call the cops, and put the bear spray down. And when the cops come, say, he attacked me, he had bear spray, I wrestled it away from him, I maced him. Because you can't carry bear spray to protect yourself, but that's what you have to do.
In New Jersey, you can't.
Right. If someone attacks you, you have to say the attacker had bear spray.
Right.
I slipped it in a public service announcement.
Right, there you go. So,
but okay, so the grizzly bear story, the buffalo story, the bison
right,
story.
and listen, we're only on July 12th. So there's going to be a lot more because people are still sightseeing. People are still going to Yellowstone.
Can I tell you one thing, though? This is how woke we become as a society. One of the 3 Gorings, they ran on the news. So help me God. They ran the story and they showed a picture of a bison. And then the newscaster said, ABC News would like to point out that this is not the bison that was suspected of the incident. This is just a sample picture of a bison. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I wish I was making that up. I swear to you, I'm not making that up. Because that's how woke we are. Because we have to worry that some bison is going to send in a photograph or an email complaining.
Right.
That
the bison's going to be
bison
on the
were
computer.
indicted.
Yeah.
It's amazing to me. I kind of love stupid stories.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this is not a stupid story.
Right. And then we better
It's an
wrap up.
inspirational story. The young girl who got her leg bit off by a shark.
Oh, that was down in Florida. Yeah.
Now this story is different
Yeah.
because she was swimming. A shark attacked
No,
her.
she
Her
was
brother,
scalloping.
Huh?
She was scalloping.
Scalping.
Yeah.
Her brother came out and saved her. But it was inspirational because she lost a leg.
Yeah.
And she's like, you know what? I'm going to get a fake leg. I'm not afraid of sharks. I've been swimming for 17 years or whatever it was without a problem.
Right.
Things happen. What a great...
Yeah.
Her and Zarna Garg are my 2 heroes.
Right. So Todd wants to know, are we shooting the video this week? He has to call his glam squad. So Vinny, you and Noah have to figure out when we're going to shoot it, and then we're going to put out like when we're going to call for all the volunteers.
Can you all do me a favor?
Yeah.
Please go to the Instagram page, Vinny_brand. Like and share the latest video. What's it called, Noah? What do we say? The stress code. Huh? Stress dress code. And we have a video coming up. I talked to a woman after the show, and I said something about her son meeting our daughter. I'm not going to tell you what she said, but it made me laugh so goddamn hard. And we're going to put that video up.
Yeah.
And then the video of the lady, I said she had to print her tickets, both going up soon. Please like, follow, share. Also, this is important. Go to Vinny Brand Comedian. Is that my page?
Yeah.
Vinny Brand Comedian or Comic?
Comic.
Vinny Brand Comic on Facebook. And please like it and follow it. Facebook changed. We need you to like and follow it. If you're watching this podcast, thank you. We love you.
Yeah. Thank you.
We want you in our video that we're going to shoot.
Yeah.
Todd will be in it.
Yeah. Of course, Todd. He's got the glam squad on. Yeah.
We also, I want to tell you something. You people, it is beyond, I can't describe to you how much we get excited to do the show.
Oh, yeah. Very excited.
We love them all.
Yeah.
Last thing, Maureen, if you get to see this video, we love you. We're thinking of you.
Yeah.
And we will always be in your camp, right? What do we say?
Yeah. So, our very close friend, her mother, Mrs. Clark, passed away last night, and she actually always tuned in to watch.
Always tuned in to watch, and she, in her final months, would sit and they'd prop up Facebook so she could watch, and she thoroughly enjoyed life, and she was a great woman. And great woman, and and that's, we'll close on this.
Yeah.
Upbeat but serious note. Thank you for watching us. We love you.
Yeah, we love you.
And we want to see you back here next Tuesday.
Have a good night.
Love to all.
Bye.